So let's do the thesis. Since the preamble has given you the fact that GDP has increased by 5%, we can conclude ceteris paribus, this is an assumption, that real GDP per capita has improved, and that citizens in the country are able to afford more goods and services and hence are able to enjoy a higher material standard of living. Notice that I explained fully how a real GDP per capita that has improved has led to an increase in the SOL. However, this ceteris paribus assumption is dangerous. Remember that nominal GDP is only a part of real GDP per capita. We have assumed that everything else has been held constant. For these kinds of questions, we usually state that it is unlikely that the population has grown more than the nominal GDP. Hence, GDP per capita usually increases, unless there is a massive war or genocide, then I'm sorry. But then we have not dealt with the real part of the real GDP per capita. So how do we address this real part? This part usually requires a bit of general knowledge. Suppose food prices are rising rapidly, especially in China, and demand for commodities like oil is rising. Then, we may argue that inflation may outpace the increase in the nominal GDP. In this case, we have our antithesis, that although nominal GDP per capita has risen, real GDP per capita may have fallen. Of course, we may argue the converse. How you choose to argue will depend on specific macroeconomic conditions at that point of time. So what is the lesson learned? Read more Economist or Wall Street Journal?